Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back to show you the beginnings of my Bloom Where You're Planted journal. And while I don't mean for this to be a tutorial, I thought I would show you what I've done so far on the cover so that you can start working on yours if you want to follow along. Remember I showed you the Ritz cracker box. This is what it looks like now. All I did was print out these green papers on regular paper and glue them on the outside with a little bit larger than the actual cover. Cut off the corners and fold those edges in. Then I took a piece and reinforced this center with the green. And then I decided what to put on the inside front and back cover. And I just took one of the pieces that I had printed out on cardstock and cut it to the size where it was in just a little bit from the edge on both sides. And that provides our inside front and back cover. On the front of the book, the journal, I used the green and I decided to offset it with the pink. So I cut 2 pink panels and rounded the edges and glued those on. And you can see those are in just slightly from the edges. I wanted to allow on this spine here to put lace or fabric on it and come around the edge. So that's why I set this in here. So I'm trying to leave this part on the front and back without anything on it so that I can, once I've bound the book, sewn in everything, then I can put something over the outside here and wrap it around the edge. I also punched a hole and put the eyelets in there because I intend to tie it closed with some pink ribbon. So my plan is, this is what I like to do. I like to work on the cover first. And a lot of people aren't like that, but that's what I want to do. I want to work on the cover first, with the exception of covering the spine. I'll even do the inside covers. And then I'll start on my signatures. And I did go ahead and mark in here where I'm going to poke the holes to sew the 2 signatures in. And they're just equally spaced from the end. These 2 are in the middle. These are equally spaced from the ends. And I've left a 1/2 inch. Well, I don't know if you have the same measurements for the spine, but you want to leave a little space on each side for expansion of your signatures. And once I've finished the signatures, I can lay them in here and mark these places on the edge of the fold, and I'll show you when I do that, so that all the holes will be poked and will line up. So I'm going to sew in my signatures with the standard sewing in of using thread and sewing in through the center, each end, and then come back up through the center. So this is what I've done so far, and I'm kind of working with some pieces here I'm not sure of yet, but I'll show it to you. When I come back on, I'll have it all put on here. But I have this piece of lace I wanted to kind of lay at the bottom, and then I had taken this potting shed from the Elements files and resized it to fit on here. I even cut off a little bit of it there. I wanted to leave room for that lace to wrap around. And I have a butterfly. And then I wrote Bloom Where You Are Planted on one of the little tabs. And I'm going to get my die cut machine out and use one of my dies to cut a kind of a lacy panel to lay this on so that it sets out. I think I'll use white. And then I have the bicycle to go down here, which I'm going to put on the little foam tabs to make it stand up a little bit. I'm sure that I will add some cheesecloth and different things like that, some sparkles and things on the front, maybe even a dangle. But this is kind of my initial plan. I'm going to also put something on the back, some kind of decoration on the back. Not as elaborate as the front, but I will put something on the back. And once I do the outside and the inside covers, then I will start on my 2 signatures. So that's what I've done so far, and I'll come back in a little bit when I've put some things together on here. So stay tuned. See you soon. Hi, this is Carolyn again. I thought I better come back with a little video because I'm getting kind of ahead of myself here in just explaining what I'm doing. On the cover, I went ahead and put this together, and I put behind the house a piece of lace just to break up the cover, simplicity of it. I added the house on top. Oh, I put some green cheesecloth down here. This can be bought from Amazon, and it's a table runner. They have several colors, and it's lots of fabric. Perfect for our journals. So look that up on Amazon if you haven't already. Then I put the bicycle on with little foam squares so it would be raised up. And it's got some delicate little pieces, the seat and the handlebar and the foot pedal, and I just glued the tip of those down on the page so they wouldn't get torn off. Up here I took one of my die cuts that cuts out a rectangle with kind of a stitched edge to back up the words that I wrote, bloom where you are planted, to make it show up more and larger. Off-centered it from the background here, and added my butterfly. Now I'm going to come back with stickles and sequins, I think, but I'll do that later. What I started on this morning was the inside front cover, and I wanted to do a waterfall. I watched a friend do one the other day, and so I wanted to do one on this inside cover. And what I did was I took all of the tags, the large tags in the kit that had just a overall pattern on them, and I cut each tag off at 4 inches from the bottom, and then I scored at a 1/4 inch. And this will give us our waterfall effect. I also inked around on the inside and the outside. And the thought is that this is going to fit on this page. When I stacked them, I alternated the colors, and I probably will put some kind of decoration on each one of these, so as you turn it up, you will see something pretty, and they can be written on the back and the front. And so I'm going to put this together so you can see how I'm doing it. The top one, I'm just going to start it right at the top of my inside cover here and kind of center it if I can. So I'm going to use my Bearly Art glue here and just put the glue on the inside flap here, and go in and lay that down as straight as I can so we don't get all wonky here. Hopefully this will come straight down the page. So there's my first one, And then the second one, I'm going to do the pink. I'll do the same thing with the glue. And I'll put this right up next to the blue. And check it out to make sure it's straight. That's giving us our waterfall effect. Okay, so the next one is the green. Probably should, when you fold these, use your bone folder so they'll lay flatter. I didn't do that. Okay, there's our first three. When I printed out the tags, I used one of the overall pattern pages on the back so that they would still be pretty when they're turned over for writing. Well, so far so good. We're still straight. I'm going to keep going here because I want to show you how I'm going to do a closure on this. I think. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to try it out. So each one has approximately a 1/4 inch showing of the color. It's starting to rain here today, and I'm procrastinating again. I've got to work on my taxes, and I told Siri to set my timer for 1 hour. I'm determined to do this paper crafts every day, and so okay, what I'm going to do on this last one is, I've scored it, but I didn't need to. I'm going to lay it flat up against the fold on this next one up. And I'm going to get my ribbon that I picked out, if I can find it. I've got the pink here, so we'll use the pink. And what I'm going to do is fix it so it comes around and ties in the front. What I want to do is determine that it's going to catch this top one, and this is a good spot for it. So I'm going to glue that down. Put a strip of glue across here because it will be glued down also by the paper when I glue it down. Okay, so now I'm going to use this one to lay flat, and when I push it up against the fold on this one before it, it will come down and be flat against the page and have room for writing. It will not flip up. So I'm going to put my glue on this. Whoops. and get this glued down on here, hopefully straight. I'll look right quick. That's straight enough. Okay. So there is our waterfall inside the front cover. I hope you understood the instructions. I was kind of excited when I thought about using the tags rather than just cut pieces of paper because they're all uniform size. They're curved on the edges, which makes it so pretty. And so this is our inside front cover. And I will decorate each of the top of the pages, not with anything three-dimensional or anything, so to keep it so it'll be flat. But that's what I'll do, and you don't need to watch me do that. I'll show that to you when I come back. There's our inside front cover. So we've got the front basically done. I've got to do some stickles and things, which I'll show you when I do that. And we've got the inside front cover. I'll see how long the video is, and I may stop right here. And this will get you started on it really good, and that way we won't have the videos too long. So that's it for today, and I hope you have a good day. It's raining here, so I should be able, surely I can go in there and focus on taxes and get that off my mind. I'm so tired of thinking about it. It's all out on the table, and all I have to do is sit down there and get everything organized, and then make an appointment with a CPA. So that will be my goal today after I get this video up for you. So I hope you have a nice day, and I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.